Nine Toes Brewing Company is a Gulf Coast destination for craft beer, great food, and interactive entertainment. Enjoy a rotating selection of small batch brews, a menu of comfort food favorites, and state-of-the-art golf simulators featuring world-famous courses.
Looking for effortless style on the coast? Discover Coast Casual in the Pass, your locally owned men's and boys' boutique. Coast Casual offers a mix of coastal and southern-inspired clothing, accessories, and gifts.
Welcome to the Mudcat Report. Community news, politics, and culture with a local twist. Here's your host, owner and publisher of the Gazebo Gazette, Hunter Dawkins.
Good afternoon. My name is Hunter Dawkins, the host of the Mudcat Report. This is the 28th episode of Mississippi Gulf Coast Community News podcast, sponsored by the Gazebo Gazette, Harrison County's independent newspaper, the Beau Rivage Resort and Casino in Biloxi, Nine Toes Brewing Company in Pass Christian, which they're hosting us, O'Dwyer Realty agent Stephanie Mankiewicz, Joseph Kelly's attorney at law, Coast Casual in Pass Christian, the Insurance Barn in Gulfport, and a new one for us, Jeff, Hook 'em for Heroes Block Party on Saturday, September the 12th, right here at Nine Toes Brewing Company, and we're always in the U.S. Marine Inc. studio. I'm here with my wonderful producer of the show and my good friend, Jeff Clark. Jeff is a well-accomplished, award-winning journalist and the director of the Harrison County Senior Services. Jeff, how are you, my friend?
Hunter, I'm well, man. Always happy to be here at Nine Toes Brewing Company. It's my neighborhood hangout. They're probably sick of me. They probably wish I wouldn't come down here. My son and I are a trivia team. We've been banned because we won so many times. No, well, the guy did tell us.
You spending your money too, Jeff. That's
well, you know, the trivia guy was like, "Oh, you guys can't win again." I was like, "Get us some better competition, right? Like it's not my fault." No, man. Always glad to be here. Love Tyler and Caitlin and Ty and all my friends here, and just love when we get to do the podcast from here.
Jeff, our theme for the day is community events right here at Nine Toes Brewing Company in Pass Christian. As you well know, Jeff, they have had quite a number of community events the last few weeks. One that you covered last week too, the hot dog eating contest. Phenomenal.
Yeah, man. It's you know, Nine Toes Communities events. This is my community, man. This is where my family, or my son and I hang out. My wife comes with us, and you know, my friends are here. Like, you know, there have been so many community events at Nine Toes, big and small. So like the 4th of July event was massive, the hot dog eating contest. But then just like in the Bungalows district, there's always a lot of things going on. They're not always killer. You know, I know Ty's going to be on today, and I would encourage you to ask him about the block parties they're going to start doing every month. I mean, this is, it's going to be banging. Like, Nine Toes hasn't even been in Pass for Christmas in the past. This will be the first year to do that. So there's a lot of community events. I will tell anyone this all day, every day. I love living in Pass Christian. I love the Bungalows area. It's so close to my house, but I love living downtown. I love the community spirit. It's like, I don't want to live anywhere else, you know?
That's right. That's right. We certainly have, like you mentioned, some great guests that will discuss the events, talk about what they entail, and write about them in the local newspaper.
Yeah, we'll hear from Ezabelle, who's, you know, does a great job, award-winning, doing her coverage for the Gazebo Gazette. And, you know, and it's like, it's people like her that keep communities alive by reporting about the events in the communities. And it's just so important. It's so important what you do with your independent newspaper. And, you know, we're all grateful for that. But let's get to it. Let's get our first guest on, and we'll be right back after our first commercial break.
The Gazebo Gazette is Harrison County's only independent newspaper, publishing news from Gulfport to Bay St. Louis every Friday. Hi, this is Hunter Dawkins, owner of the Gazebo Gazette. If you're looking for local news without the hassle of sorting through story after digital story, log on to thegazebogazette.com.
Looking for insurance coverage you can count on? Call the Insurance Barn, a professional agency since 1959. The Insurance Barn writes all-in-one policies and offers coverage for homeowners, fire, flood, commercial property, auto, boats, motorcycles, plus wind and hail protection.
Love to introduce the first guest, Nine Toes Brewing Company manager, Ty Miskimen. Am I close to that?
You're killing it both times.
There you
Thanks for coming back and having us back on, man. I appreciate it.
We gratefully appreciate y'all at least having us. How many events do y'all have going on per week? I know it's a lot, so but keep me up with what's happening.
So it's staggered out quite a bit. So we try to do something almost every day. So Mondays we haven't quite filled something in yet, but Tuesdays we host.
You gotta have a day off.
Every now and again it doesn't hurt. But so Tuesdays we've been hosting a mahjong night. Open it up to the community. There's a big mahjong community here. We've been learning a lot lately.
Yeah.
So they come in on Tuesday nights. We provide the taps and they provide the tiles, and we have a good time there.
By the way, with that, do you exactly know how to play mahjong too?
I couldn't. I'll be honest. Yeah,
I've had people on. I'm like, well, I know we're hosting these events, but but that's what I've heard. I heard there's a lot of money on that.
They get crazy in there. They take it serious. But Amy teaches the classes, and I've messed around with her. I'm like, hey, if it gets serious, I'm gonna have to jump in one of these classes, learn how to play, so I can come show them how it's done.
There you go. How often has the change of not only the brews but the drinks that you guys have had here too as well?
It's been consistent. Jimmy's constantly coming up with fresh new ideas. We just released a new IPA actually this on Friday.
Nice.
It's a cold IPA. Gonna be the closest thing I have a modern day West Coast style. What's really unique about it is opposed to most IPAs, you can kind of get that hazy color. This one's gonna be very light. So maybe clear, almost looks like a light beer, drinks like a light beer. So it can drink responsibly, but it does its purpose. It serves its job.
Exactly. I've noticed that you've been modeling to promote things not only for this, but for Coast Casual, for Caitlin too. For the business here, just around here in the bungalows. I was gonna say I'm trying to remember the word correctly, but talk to me about the importance of the promotion for these large events that not only y'all have here, but at Coast Casual too.
Well, promotion is everything. I mean, we can sit here and talk on Facebook and just post a flyer here and there and be like, hey, we're doing this. But if you're not getting out and making fun videos and engaging with people and spreading the word, I mean, it's going to be a disaster. I mean, you can do all the Facebook posts we want, but if we're not engaging with the people that matter, getting the community involved, then what are we doing it for?
Absolutely. Can you provide me a little feedback that you received from the hot dog eating contest? That was huge. The pictures Jeff took was amazing, and I'd love to, put it in the paper, at least front page.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a blast. So I got to give a quick shout out to one of my cooks in Wiggins. He came down and helped us out. He cooked all the hot dogs, did it for us. We signed him up for the contest, unbeknownst to him.
I mean, Joey Chestnut's kind of hearing about this.
He's got someone to worry about. My friend jumped in about 2.5 minutes in, and while he didn't win, he still, in half the time, finished second place. But big shout out to Brandon, the hot dog champion, putting down.
We still don't know his last name.
It's a mystery, right? Just like the 10th toe, So it kind of it works with what we do here. So place is full of mystery. So why not the hot dog champion be one too?
Nice.
But it was a great time. We had fantastic feedback. People are really excited for next year, and similar to the Hook 'em for Heroes tournament that we'll discuss earlier in a sponsor for you, it's just going to get bigger and better.
Well, then I'll get that off for you too as well. Talk to me. I know Tyler had mentioned to me a little bit about the Hook 'em for Heroes, and I'm not sure how much you know about that event yet.
Mm-hmm.
I only remember it really from helping out with Tyler, and then when they moved in town a few years ago.
Yep.
But what's the specific areas, or who are the people y'all are trying to target?
So, I mean, really, we want to. So, first and foremost, it benefits our local first responders, veterans, everything like that. So, just clear the air on that. So, it's really the entire community. If you love your country, you love fishing, you love live music, this is the perfect event. We're looking for volunteers still. We're looking for sponsorships. All that information is going to be on our Instagram, our Facebooks, on our website, hookemforheroes.com. But it's a fantastic event.
Awesome.
And it'd be great for the whole community to come out and support.
What's in store for Nine Toes before school starts back in August?
So we got a lot of fun stuff coming up. May not be right before August, but we have our next block party I'm mistaken, actually. We have one on the 18th.
Okay.
I'm getting ahead of myself
And I'm
here.
hearing about these block parties. If you want to go into more of that,
Yeah,
talk to me about
we
it.
can touch more on that. So specifically upcoming this Saturday, we have
Okay.
one on the 18th. It's the Kickback in the Past.
Well, nice.
Coast Casual is going to be the main sponsor there, but we're obviously going to be a part of it.
Exactly.
We got a great
I
band
don't think
coming
there's a
out.
problem between Coast Casual and not.
No, I think we get, a little collection there, but we had a great band coming out, Drew Fulton and the Showtime Strangers. They're great local band. They do
Y'all
fantastic.
getting a stage, or y'all let them do here?
We'll be down by Coast Casual, and
Okay.
they'll have a stage. It'll be
Nice.
the whole shebang. And luckily, again, same thing. We're raising money, supporting local veterans, local law enforcement, helping them with whatever they may need.
Sure.
Whether it be like if they're going through some sort of medical treatment or unable to work, it's just so we can help. Exactly, it's a great cause, and we're honored to be a part of it and help with it. But it's going to be a great time. Tequila tastings down at Coast Casual. Great beer here at Nine Toes.
So the back to the final thing too as well, just kind of or do y'all have anything planned specifically for school when it starts back? Or is it just like, okay, we're just going week by week by week?
So we have a lot of, like, as far as our weekly rotation goes, it's all pretty much pre-booked. But I'll be honest, we haven't talked about a back to school bash yet, but I think that would be a very good time.
There you go.
We have the play area. I think we could put something together for the kids.
Good. That's good. Well, Ty, we very much appreciate. We always look forward to coming here.
Hey, Ty, I have a question. So you guys have DJ Doug here now too, right?
We do have DJ Doug Funny. So he did his first gig last Thursday, and it was a hoot. I'll be honest with you. I was and at first, and I told Doug this too, I was like, I wasn't sure what this was going to look like coming into it. And he comes out with the old records, the vinyl, and it is such a cool sight to see. He's playing great tunes, some funky tunes. So I really encourage you guys to come check it out and support. He's down at Good Earth Records, so local business, local DJ. So it's a
Good Earth is one of my favorite spots. I want to make sure we gave Doug a shout out. He does a great job.
We got to plug Mr. Doug there.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, Ty, we gratefully appreciate you guys, and anything y'all can do, we can do for y'all, you let us know, okay?
It's always a pleasure, gentlemen. Thanks for coming back. Jeff, I'm going to get you unbanned from trivia. We're going to make that happen.
United States Marine Inc. knows what it means to show up strong. Your grit and teamwork inspire us every day. At USMI, we cherish our family, and our family includes community and you. USMI builds the baddest boats with pride and coastal toughness.
Mark your calendars for Saturday, September 12th, and head to Nine Toes Brewing Company in Pass Christian for the Hook 'em for Heroes block party. It's a free event from 1 to 10 p.m. featuring live performances by J.J. Gray and Mofro, Mark Broussard, Cedric Burnside, Honey Island Swamp Band, and more. Best of all, the event supports local veterans and first responders, so come enjoy great music while giving back to those who have served our communities.
I would love to introduce my final guest, the award-winning senior staff reporter from the Gazebo Gazette, and someone that I'm really close with, Ezabelle Janssen, the real Janssen. And you can tell your dad that I definitely included that. But anyway, Ezabelle, talk to me about the great events you have covered in the summer so far, and any of those that are upcoming.
Okay, well, I brought my planner so I could remember. Well, actually, just yesterday was the 11th annual Frida Fest in Bay St. Louis, and that's always fun. Actually, the person who won the costume contest, which I would say is the biggest portion of the day, her name, I believe, let me see, was Carla Marie, and this was her first time attending, and she's from New Orleans.
Wow.
And she actually is the founder of a Frida crew with 60 other Fridas.
Oh, really?
So that was really cool to meet her. Let's see. The 4th had a ton of events.
Yes.
Across the coast. I know I attended
Deep Sea Fishing Rodeo.
Yes, that was one. And then the Pass Christian Historical Society had an open house where they debuted their new I guess television, 3 of them, which enhances.
They got grant money for that, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
Okay.
And they also made a presentation spanning the past 250 years of Past Christian. So that also is still in play when you go to enhance your tour of the Historical Society. And then I know right up front here, where we are at the Nine Toes, there was what was it, Frank's
The hot dog eating
Yes,
thing that Jeff went to. Yeah.
And yeah, I've heard all about the hot dog eating contest.
Oh yeah.
And then there was tons of block parties, and at the Mississippi Deep Sea Fishing Rodeo, people were saying that the firework display on the 4th, they said it was better than Disney World's.
Wow.
Which is saying a lot.
That's great. Yeah, absolutely. Did you see some sharks coming out but biting and things like that?
Well, I don't know about
Then they were alive, yeah.
There's a lot, but there was in the fishing realm, there was a 312-pound bull shark that was brought in by an excavator.
I remember that. That's great.
And it had a bite mark on it from another predator.
You didn't get too close, did you?
No. So that would probably be the biggest catch, I would say, from the fishing rodeo.
Of the iconic stories, and you've done quite a bit of good stories for me. Talk to me about what this meant to you, the Rose of the River. This was such a special story just for me to read, and I knew you had a great time with this.
Okay, yes. So to celebrate America 250 at the Beau Rivage on July 8th, Wednesday, they had a original Rosie the Riveter come speak.
She was like 102.
Yeah, she was 102 years old. And yeah, they actually on the press release they said she was 101. Well, she had just celebrated a birthday.
Wow.
They told us she was 102 now, which was crazy. And it was great to speak with her because she and her husband were actually stationed in Mississippi.
At Keesler, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And then they went over to Greenville. So they were actually in Mississippi for a portion of their time. So this was her returning, and she was blown away about how
casinos and
how everything
land and all that. Yeah.
She remembers when it was just like a couple
Just the
houses,
seawall.
and she said like just houses and a couple railroads. Like she said there wasn't much.
Yeah.
She said it was beautiful and she loved coming back. And she just kept repeating when anyone asked her for advice because she's really humble. She just said just follow your heart. So
Exactly. You are a car show girl. I know you are. And anything happening for the car shows before cruising in October?
There actually is. I personally have never gone to this before, but which day
Well,
is
then
it?
you're introducing yourself on this.
From July 17th to 18th at the Coliseum, there's a Gulf Coast big truck show.
Wow.
And they'll have vendors. They even said like MDOT people will be there, and then they'll have a chrome competition, and then I guess some really big trucks.
So I better call Sam next week and tell him, hey, you're coming down.
So that's actually this month. And then apparently it's just in Biloxi, I'm not sure where. Right before Cruising the Coast, they're having a Creep in the Coast where it's going to be hearses.
Wow.
I'm not sure.
I know. I was going to say, you better be careful. I know Bubba Lang with Bradford O'Keefe. Yeah, I'll have to make sure that you stay away from those too as well. That's great. That's great. Yeah. Give me the top. I know I've asked you this before, but because of the last time we had a little bit of a concern with that, but give me the top 3 events that you've covered for the Gazebo Gazette last year and a half that you've been here with the company.
Okay, I gotta think. Let's see.
I know. There's a lot because you've done quite a bunch. And so,
okay.
I mean, of your favorite above anything else.
Okay.
So,
well, of course, we said I'm a car girl, so Cruising the Coast
Big time.
and Scraping the Coast. I'll put those together.
Hey, you do a great job of
Two
scraping.
are probably my top car events. I do love Jeeping. I don't want anyone to think that, but Cruising and Scraping are kind of the OG, so those would be probably my favorite. And then let's see.
You have a favorite art event?
Let's see. There's so many.
There's art in the past. There's
actually art in the past. I love going to art in the past. Every time I go, I end up spending money too. So that is.
So I got to make sure I pay before then, right?
Yeah. So, one of my favorite, I forget his name, but he does eclectic sculptures. He takes like what we would call trash and turns into sculptures. And one of my favorite things he had, not this year, but last year, was what he called horsefly, and it was like a little horse statue, and then he made wings out of like bits from tools and stuff. And I loved that.
Wow.
And then this past year I actually bought my little sister a handmade ring with like a salt
She likes
freshwater pearl.
She likes art jewelry, right there.
Yes, and the woman actually adjusted it for me in front of me because of course they were made a little bigger.
Sure.
So yes, I absolutely love that. I always bring the family, even though I'm covering it, and then I end up spending money as well because there's so much to find at Art in the Pass.
After being with the paper for 18 months, because I've counted 18 months, what event do you think do you not only look forward, what event do you think is the most important on the Gulf Coast? And it may be more than one, but most important on the coast. Could be cruising, it could be this, that, or the other, but what you feel like is important to you and what, I mean, you just came from Rosie the Riveter, so that would obviously be something big, but something that you feel like is important that you think all the coast people need to go to.
Okay. I actually have an answer real quick to this one.
Sure.
So I wouldn't have, like, if you asked me before working for you, I wouldn't have been able to answer this the same. But since attending Blessing of the Fleets and talking with Ryan Bradley and
Kurt Kimball.
Yes, and Mr. Lagasse with the Coast Conservation Association, all those people at Blessing the Fleet, the inaugural Diablo Fishing Rodeo, the Mississippi Deep Fishing Rodeo, all those people, and interviewing captains and all that, I learned how the fishing industry down here was huge and is struggling right now.
Yeah.
And so they all talk about how important those events are because one, yes, they're tradition, but two, Mr. Lagasse, he talks of his favorite thing are the children's events,
exactly,
the children's rodeos, because he's like getting these kids out here so they can be part of the tradition.
That was a big thing that you had. The picture,
yes.
It was huge with all the different names on there.
It was amazing. They said they handed out 200 fishing rods at the deep sea fishing rodeo, and I think close to that at the D'Iberville fishing rodeo. But he's all about the children and about getting them part of the tradition to keep the commercial fishing industry alive. So I've learned that's not only a big tradition down here, but it's something people need to attend if they want to keep eating fresh, locally caught seafood.
Awesome. Hey, I definitely think you're doing a great job. And I know Jeff thinks the same thing. And we're going to keep trying to make sure you're getting more awards too with all that. Anything we can do for you or anything we need to know about upcoming, something that's coming up here when school starts back. Do you think there's anything?
Yes, actually, September 4th, Long Beach High School will be having a centennial celebration for their football at the stadium. And so that's supposed to be very big and very exciting.
Be there, right?
Yes,
good deal.
Pictures and everything, of course.
You have a great one. I'll see you. You take care of yourself. If you are thinking about selling on your own, maybe ask Steph. If you would like to talk to Stephanie to help determine your next steps, call today at 228-563-0471 or call her at the office and ask for Steph at 228-452-4242. We gratefully appreciate you listening to this podcast. We thank you again, Jeff. We want to thank all of our sponsors, including the Beau Rivage Resort and Casino in Biloxi, Nine Toes Brewing Company in Pass Christian. We always thank them for hosting us. O'Dwyer Realty Agent Stephanie Mankiewicz, Joseph Kelly's attorney at law, Coast Casual in Pass Christian, the Insurance Barn in Gulfport, the Hook'em for Heroes block party coming up Saturday, September the 12th, right here at Nine Toes Brewing Company and the U.S. Marine Inc. Make sure you check us out on YouTube under the Gazebo Gazette Productions or follow us on the award-winning website, thegazebogazette.com, where the podcast will be posted later on this week, as well as on facebook.com/The Real Gazebo Gazette or on X at Gazebo Gazette as the handle. The Mudcat Report is available on all podcasts, including Apple, Spotify, iHeart, and Amazon Music under the Mudcat Report tag. Signing out, this is Hunter Dawkins, the host of the Mudcat Report. Now you know the rest of the local news story.
Welcome to the Mudcat Report, community news, politics, and culture with a local twist. Here's your host, owner and publisher of the Gazebo Gazette, Hunter Dawkins.